All right, so today I want to address what I think is a common misconception among Christians these days. And really, that's the idea that there are some select few sort of super Christians that are responsible for sharing the gospel. Right? We have this idea that it's for the evangelists, for the missionaries, for the pastors, but for the rest of us, we're good to just kind of live our lives and try to be more like Jesus. But we don't really have the responsibility of sharing the gospel with our words. I think the Bible actually dispels that misconception and tells us that, hey, we're all responsible, right? No one's off the hook for sharing the gospel with our words. So check out Romans chapter 10. Starting in verse 14, it says this: "But how can they call on Jesus to save them unless they believe in him? And how can they believe in him if they've never heard about them? And how can they hear about him unless someone tells them? And how will anyone go and tell them without being sent? This is why the scriptures say, 'How beautiful are the feet of the messengers who bring the good news.'" And so here we see in this passage, right, people need to hear with their ears. They need to hear the good news of Jesus. And we need to be the ones to tell them, right? They're never going to believe in Jesus, never going to accept who Jesus is if they don't hear the gospel with words. And so none of us are off the hook. We're all called. And God says that when we do so, he calls our feet beautiful for bringing the good news to people who haven't heard it.